Hello, welcome to docrafts HQ for another episode of our weekly TV crafting show. Later we'll be joined by Beckie James, who will be showing us 3 really clever techniques using the Xcut Screw Hole Punch. Before then though, I wanted to show you a project that Beckie also created for our July Creativity magazine, actually using the free cover mount that comes with the issue. And as you can see, even though it's a Christmas stamp from the Lucy Cromwell at Christmas time range, she actually hasn't created a Christmas card at all. It's actually a card that would be great for any celebration. To see more, pick up the July issue of Creativity. Right, let's get on with the project. Hi Beckie, thanks for coming along today. Good to see you.
Hi Katie, it's lovely to be here with you again.
Right, what are you going to show us today?
Well, today we're going to look at 3 different little techniques and tips that you can achieve with the new Xcut Screw Hole Punch.
Good.
And you can see some of them on the cards that we've made at the front here.
Brilliant, I can't wait, very exciting. So what's first?
So first of all, it's a really quick couple of little techniques actually using felt. So I've already got here the little small hole punch in place. There's actually 3 of them in different sizes and they're all,
that's handy.
all stored here.
Perfect.
And I'm going to, sometimes I want to add embellishments to things like this because I love texture and things like that. So what I want to do for the first one is to actually add a brad like you can see on the card. So I'm going to actually put my hole punch in place and then push down. I've got a self-healing cutting mat underneath.
You don't want to be cutting into your desk, do you?
No, absolutely not. And when I'm using fabric like this, what I'll do is I'll punch down a couple of times rather than once, and you can see it just goes straight through.
Actually, while we're talking about fabric, I've got a question from one of our Creativity Club members. It's from Sian in Inverness. Hello, Sian. Now, Sian sent her question into tv@docrafts.com, and you can do the same. Now, she says she's a quilter, and she really loves the look of nesting dies, but she's worried and wants to know if they'll work through fabric, so she can use it for her quilting as well.
Right, okay then, yeah. I mean, yes, they will. But what you need to do is, Sian, when you're doing it, is to run the die backwards and forwards through your die cutting system a couple of times because it needs that extra bit of welly to get it to go through the fibres. And that's what I would do when I was die cutting these felt stars. And as you can see, I've actually used one of the star dies, so yeah, they will go through.
And actually, this capsule collection felt is really, really good quality, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Sometimes when you die cut with felt, if it's sort of a cheaper felt, it can stretch or deform, can't it, as you sort of get it out of the die. So these look like they've cut really, really well.
Yeah, they are. You get a lovely finish to it. So going back to this star, I'm going to actually put a brad through. Now, putting a brad through, actually through the felt, let me just get a spare one here.
If you were just going to try and force it through.
To force it through, it's really difficult. You can't do it. So what we've done is by putting that hole in, we've just got an easy way
So simple.
So simple. And then the second die.
Great, I really like that.
Yeah.
You could even use that as a basis for jewellery maybe as well.
Yeah, absolutely, fabulous idea. Now on this one, I had an idea that I would put 2 holes in.
Oh, I like that. It's like a little button.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic.
And then I've got some of the Capsule Collection Festives Baker's twine here in the green. And just to pull this through.
I always say this, but I love Baker's twine.
Oh,
I think it's my absolute favourite.
I absolutely love it. And away you go, you've got a felt button.
Oh, I really like that.
And we'll just snip the edges off. This is really simple, but this is what I call my holy cheese
very good
technique. I'm just going to get a piece of scrap paper for in a second because I'm going to use some glue dots and I like to have some scrap paper underneath. I've already cut, I've got 2 thin strips here, and it's really, really fashionable at the moment to have these sort of like rainbow coloured effects with strips and things like that. But I quite like the idea that with the holes you get the background coming through.
A really effective technique.
So I've already done the red and the orange. I'm going to show you what to do with the green. Now, just under here somewhere, and right in front of me. It's always the case when you're crafting, isn't it, that things are right in front of you.
Hide, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to put a little bit of masking tape on there, just because it holds this in place whilst I'm punching.
Yeah, with littler pieces it's sometimes easier because as you're pushing it sort of twists, doesn't it? So you don't want it spinning around.
Absolutely. I'm going to use 2 here. I've already done the large hole, and I'm just going to put the medium.
Shows how easy that is to change as well, doesn't it? That's
absolutely
really simple.
Screw on, screw off. And all I'm going to do now is, and you can just see how easy it is.
That's so easy, isn't it?
It is easy.
I really like how you've gone off the edge as well there.
Yeah. And this is completely random. Now I'm just going to get my 3 strips. glue dots. The reason I put the scrap paper underneath is because the dots actually go through the holes. So
And that's probably the thing I like most about the glue dot roller is that you literally don't get any glue where the little holes are, do you?
no,
So
absolutely. Now then, what you probably won't realise is that in this little envelope here, I've got quite a lot of little dots. And they're
you are a true crafter, Becky. I'm very impressed.
And these little dots, actually, I'm going to use just to add a bit of
So these are the bits that we've just literally have come out of the head there.
We'll just pop that down there in the bin. And all I'm going to do is pop.
Because there's no way you could cut these separately, is there? You
No.
have to. This is the only way to do it.
I like to make it as easy as I can do, so we're just going to pick them up with some tweezers. And basically, I'm
that
just
looks
going
great.
to add them on here. And
That looks lovely.
we're just going to pop that on the side.
Nice little sentiment.
And there's your topper ready to go onto the front of your card.
Fantastic.
Really easy. Again, quick, simple, and away you go. The next one is we're going to make this little Christmas tree.
Oh,
now,
that's adorable.
we're not going to go into all the detail because you can see all the embellishments there.
And actually, we'll have full step-by-steps of all the projects online at docrafts.com. So if you want to
Absolutely.
follow Becky's projects in a step-by-step manner, you can do that as well.
Yeah.
So
But I'm going to show you the basis of the tree with
Fantastic.
the ribbon.
what we like.
What I've got here, I've already die cut a shape, ready to go. That's going to be my background. And I've actually got here, this is the smallest of the bunting dies in the Xcut nesting die range.
Brilliant.
I love these for trees. I love it when you can find something that you can do that isn't what it's
Although we've called
made
it
to do.
bunting, it
Yeah,
certainly doesn't have to just be bunting, does it?
Absolutely. So what I've done is I've placed that on the front of my my die cut background, and I've got a pencil here, and I'm just going to draw around it, and that's going to give me my basis for my punched holes.
I love getting something more out of my product, using it as a
Absolutely.
template instead of cutting. That's very good.
It. Now, what I'm going to do all the way along here, now, if you want it to be perfect, you can measure. I don't. I'm kind of a bit, as we said earlier, I'm a bit random. So I'm just going up here and I'm just marking roughly lines that are opposite each other. But as I say, get a ruler out if you want to make sure they're absolutely perfect. And then I'll just mark a couple up there. And those marks are where I'm going to actually make my holes. So, and we're going to do one on each side. And I'm using the small hole punch here to do this. Oops. Just line it up. Right, so what I'm going to do here is, now I've got some of the LVCC double-sided satin
now I know
ribbon
you're
here.
a big fan of these. Although they are a food-safe ribbon, so perfect for your cake decorating, of course, you get loads on a roll, don't you? And
what I have done is, just to make it a little bit easier to thread, is I've cut it to a V at the top. And all we're going to do basically with this is lace it through.
Beautiful.
Right, so I'm just going to show you how quickly to finish this off. We're not going to put all the gemstones on, as you said earlier, that we're going to put that in the instructions for everybody. But I'm just cutting off these long. I always cut a lot more ribbon. I'd rather get to the end and I've got bits that I can cut off and use again than.
well, that's the perfect amount for a bow or something.
Yeah,
isn't it,
exactly.
There? So you're not wasting anything.
No, absolutely. So all I'm going to do, I've got my my cordless Stick It XL glue gun here, and I'm just going to push those bits in until they stick, so that they're securely in place. You can put a bit of double-sided tape over the top as well, but I do love my glue gun.
Oh, I don't think I can live without my glue gun.
No. But there you go. So that's your base tree.
Oh, need something to your map.
Yeah, there we go. That's the base tree. And then
Brilliant.
we will show you in the step-by-step instructions how to add all the extra bits and pieces to it.
That's fantastic.
So there you go. So those are all my tips and techniques for the screw hole punch.
Wonderful. They're brilliant. So just one simple tool and all those things that you can make.
Absolutely.
If you've enjoyed Becky's episode and you've got maybe a technique using the screw hole punch, we'd love to hear about it. Upload it to your docrafts gallery or drop us an email to tv@docrafts.com and we could maybe show one of your projects on a future episode. Until next time, happy crafting.